Okay, boys and girls, so we are going to work on strategy number 1. So I'm going to give you this problem. I have 5/9. I want to compare it to 13/18. Now normally what I could do is I could try to draw a fraction bar, I could try to draw a number line, but it's really hard to make 18 equal pieces. Would you guys agree with me? Yeah. So the reason why we do these strategies is to make it easier on you guys. So my first step is to look at both denominators. I want to make these denominators the same because they're different right now. So what I need to do is, for strategy number 1, I think to myself, is there anything I can multiply by 9 to get to this 18? Because I want to make them the same. So I think, and I can count on my fingers, 9, 18. Oh, it took to my second finger. So that means I need to multiply it by 2. So I take 5/9 and I want to multiply the denominator by 2 because it will give me 18. But if I multiply the denominator by 2, I also have to multiply the numerator by 2. So 5 times 2 would be 10. So my new fraction, right here, 10/18, is equivalent or the same as 5/9. So what I need to do now, since I have an equivalent fraction, I can just compare these fractions right here. And I can decide, I know based on the numerators that 13/18 would be bigger. Okay, I have to make the denominators the same. One way to do it is to figure out if I can multiply one of the denominators to equal the other denominator. That's all what strategy 1 is. Let's practice one together. Okay, I want you to get a piece of paper and do this problem with me, okay? Let's do 12/24, and let's compare it to 3/6. So pause the video and write this down for me. And when you're ready, unpause it. Okay, so our first step is to look at our denominators. Underline them with me. Ask yourself, is there anything I can multiply 6 by to get to that 24? Give you a second to think. Count on your fingers if you need to. The answer would be 4. So that means I don't have to multiply this one because it's already 24. I'm getting this fraction up to 24. So I do 3/6, and I'm going to multiply the bottom to get to 24. But if I do it to the bottom, I also have to do it to the numerator on top. So 3 times 4 is 12. This is my new equivalent fraction for 3/6. They equal the same exact thing. So I can write on the side 12/24 and 12/24. I want you to take a second to compare it. It would be equals. Good job. Okay, let's try another one. Let's do 3/11, and I want to compare it to 30/77. What's my first step? You're right, it's to look at the denominators. Okay, what's the second step? You're right, it's to find and ask myself, can I multiply by 11 by anything to get to 77? So I'm going to give you a second to come up with what that could be. Count on your fingers. If you need to pause the video, pause it. Okay, so if I counted on my fingers, I would go 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77. It would be my seventh finger. So that means I need to multiply this fraction by 7 to get an equivalent fraction with the same denominator. So I do 3/11. I multiply it by 7, top and bottom. I get 21/77. This is my new equivalent fraction for 3/11. It is the same exact fraction, it just now shares the same denominator as this. So now I can do 21/77 compared to 30/77. So I can see clearly that this numerator is bigger, so this fraction is bigger than this fraction. Let's try one all on your own, okay? I want you to try, let's do 56/64, and I want you to compare it to 5/8. Okay, you're going to do this all on your own. Pause the video. When you've solved it, turn the video, press play again, and let's see what you got. Okay, so as I'm solving it, my first step is to look at my denominators. I ask myself, can I do 8 times something to get to 64? The answer would be 8. I can multiply by 8 to get to that 64. So that means I take this 5/8 and I want to create an equivalent fraction by multiplying the numerator and the denominator by 8. And I want to do this so I can get both denominators to be 64. 8 times 8, 64. 5 times 8 is 40. So I now have my new equivalent fraction for 5/8. So I can replace that 5/8 with this 40/64. So now I have 56/64, and I'm comparing it to 40/64. I look at my numerator. The 56 is bigger than the 40, so 56 is greater than 56/64 is greater than 40/64. Okay, I hope this helped. If you have questions, please message me on Google Hangouts. Let's do some together. Thanks, guys. Bye.